Hello, everybody. Hi, Shmagegi. No, I wasn't taking today off. The last 3 days of being alive and doing things just kicked my butt so much that I was way behind even right off from the start today. So I have a lot of caffeine. I should be good. Um, After I beat this game, cause we're beating this today, I'll probably at least start my next game. I haven't decided on what it is yet, so hopefully more people show up and you guys can help me pick something out. Before I get started, I want to thank everyone who's been watching the VODs, the archive channel, all of that. Thank you so much. Oh, and Studio just interrupted it with a subscription. Thank you, Studio. I really appreciate that. You're already in the credits, so I don't need to add you. But speaking of that, everyone who subscribes or is gifted a subscription throughout the year will end up in my end stream credits. But yeah. As I was saying, if you are watching the archive channel, the VODs, all of that, feel free to skip around, get a feel for what's going on, and maybe give me a follow on Twitch or a subscription over on the YouTubes. Alright, let's get into the game. We're at the halfway, well, we're a little past the halfway point in Pumpkin Jack. Yeah, maybe, you know, if you're feeling up to it. What's the, Oh yeah, I got a shotgun at the end of the last stream. What's the, sound like, guys? Actually, 1 second, I need to close my blinds. The light is on the screen in a way that I can't see. Oh, I'm glad that the glare didn't get picked up. That would have been pretty embarrassing if you also couldn't see. Okay. Well, if it isn't Jack, how nice to see you again. Get out of here, Vigar. Oh wait, this really is just Vigar and Fiddlesticks, isn't it? I'd say the feeling is mutual, but you're a rotten little jerk. Lovely, I so enjoy our talks, but I'll make do without them. This is the end for you, Jack. You're in human territory now, and I might not be able to stop you with monsters, but I can give you a hell from my own kind. Wait. I can give you hell for my own kind. They're useful like that. Sorry, I got a message that just really interrupted me. Oh. Studio trying to distract me. Yeah, I don't know if the vibration came through when I was, came through the microphone. I just muted my phone. I didn't because you said you get motion sickness when you play it, so I wasn't sure. I was like, oh, well, we'll just wait and see if she can overcome that. You're a sick, sadistic maniac. If we'd... Wait, hold on. I need to adjust. What's happening right now is that glare only hits the right side of my screen. And that's where the words are. You're a sick, sadistic maniac. If we'd met when I was alive, you might have been my best friend. You found settings. Oh, that's awesome. You do have the capture card still, right? And you, my best test subject. But here in the real world, I'm far past the need. They are excuses, Shmagegi. They are. They really are. My dyslexic butt needs every opportunity I can to read properly. This cord. Okay. You rely on that troublesome crow, so I've taken the liberty of creating a shield spell for my men. Your little friend will be powerless to hurt them now. If you want to kill my men, you'll have to get in there nice and close yourself. Why are you telling me this? For the sake of observation, watching you kill my men will give me very useful data. By the time we cross arms... I've never heard that before. By the time we cross arms, I will know your every move. So until then, Jack. You'll be studying and enjoying your favorite game? I'm glad to hear it. You gotta take notes. Take notes on placement. Take notes on how they lead you from area to area. You got this. Wait. What trebuchets? Where are they? Or do they just fall? I don't want to talk to you, bird. You're not gonna have any useful information. I mean, that's how it works. Okay, come back around. For me, that would make it even better. Let's see your analytic deconstruction of Sly Cooper. Where am I supposed to be going? I'm not sure it was up there. This stage is so dark. You see Plank on top of the... Yeah, I was up there, but I didn't see where to go from there. So we backtracking now. Maybe we'll find something else. Okay, that's not fair. It lagged and I just kept going. That was not on me. Alright, what do you have to say, bird? Ho ho, this is a fine how do you do. We're in the middle of a war zone. What are you even doing here, bird? Don't tell me we're lost. Perish the thought. We're not lost, we're just picking up the trail. That little misadventure with the witch threw me off the wizard's scent. But now I'm positive the wizard's magical signature can be traced through here. So, he was suddenly recent? Or was here recently? I don't know where I said suddenly from. Look, when I said I've had a rough few days, I had a rough few days, okay? My brain's just auto-completing sentences. Very recently, he must have just passed through. When we're storming this place? Quite right, Jack. This moat is intraversable, but this old siege tower could help us cross over it. Let's get crafty. Grab some of the scrap planks around here. Then we can rebuild the tower. Okay. So we gotta pick up the green. That's what we're here for. I'm gonna go back to that part where I lagged and just fell into the water. That was over here, right? Why don't I remember getting this gun? Okay, this is where I lagged. Did you see it that time again? What's with this location? Oh, I thought that I saw him move again. There's our first plank. I need to look up. Sorry. That made my vocal cords feel weird. I need to look up to see if the gentleman who made this game is gonna do another one, and if he is, I'm gonna see if I can't help QA with him or his team. Because I really like this. It has amazing potential. I just feel like a little bit needs cleaned up. Okay. I love that he has the green beams to indicate where the planks were. That was my fault that I didn't read what the bird said. Is this where I'm supposed to be? How do I get up there? Can I make that jump? Oh, I guess I can. I was just being a chicken. Okay, and then the other one is over here. Nope. That was the camera. That was the camera. Okay. So yeah, I'm trying to decide the next game. Nothing's really jumping out to me. I'm in one of those situations where the game I want to play I don't have yet. It's not out yet. Whoa. Okay, that's my new favorite attack. Okay, how do I get up there? Okay. Please stop the fire. Okay. Sorry, paying attention to the timings. Oh, can't break those. That should be enough. 4 whole planks. Now where do I take them? Is it here? Nah, nope, not here. Do I take it to you, bird? And to think, this wood was just going to waste. Tut tut. Waste not, want not. Let's upcycle this tower. Oh, he just tipped it over? Whew. Okay. And now I'll move the camera before I walk. Man, I'm happy I'm not playing a really hard game today. Excuse me. The perimeter's been breached. On guard. Foul ghoul. Gourd. I don't know why I said ghoul. I'm gonna lower the settings again. I think my computer is just suffering with HDR on. I'm starting to think that's where the lag's coming from. And it's funny, my processor only does this sometimes. Like, I didn't run into it the first few stages of the game, but I guess this part of the game just has more going on. I remember having to turn the HDR off during that one minecart portion. I push this. This is gonna be such a waste of wonderful potions. Why would you put that on me, Schmagegi? Wait, what's that, studio? Wow, okay, maybe I did, that was a little harsh. Is that good? I just don't know the context. You'll be fine. I'm scared to go all out with some of these. Oh! I can shoot from the air? I think tomorrow will be a little bit warm too, so that might help. Yeah, Schmagegi, when I get past this wall and they make me ride a minecart or protect a minecart, I'm gonna be so mad at you. I hate that the second I finished that sentence, it came true. Why did the light suddenly change? Oh, is that light when he's shooting? Yeah, that's to indicate where he's shooting at. Okay. Shmagegi, this is your fault. You did this. No one else is responsible for this. Why would you put that out there? That's gonna be the next segment like this. Why? You know that's gonna be the next segment. Wow, they just really wanted this portion to be the slowest one possible. By the way, I can't lock onto the cart. I have to control the push. Wait, I gotta pick this up first. Oh, wrong button. That was the Nintendo Y. Oh, I wasn't... No. Jump and attack... What? Are we playing Whack-A-Mole? Yes, we are playing Whack-A-Mole. Okay, well... At least this isn't a memory game. I was a little worried that was a memory game. I could play Simon last week. That's not in my brain today. I think after stream, I'm gonna go to like the store and get an energy drink specifically for tomorrow. Oh. Okay, in my defense, that looked like somewhere I could climb. Jeez, can you believe this? We're stuck on gate duty, but Jerry gets to man the trebuchet. You got that right. Jerry always gets the best jobs. But hey, at least nothing ever gonna come this way. This is the easiest job ever. Ahem. Yikes, a monster, a real monster. We're under attack. Oh, the irony. Where's Jerry when you need him? Jerry! Look at the irony. Get the carts. Get the carts. We gotta close the gate. Are you kidding me? Shmagegi, this is you. This is your fault. freaking Mario Kart mixed with Minecart. Right, hold it? Nope. It's a mash. Ah. This is hard to do. I can't. No, 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 no. It's hard to mash and steer. I gotta tiger claw this. I can do this. No! This is hard to do! Maybe I don't need to tap fast, I just need to tap the pump. You're bad at this one. It's hard to hold the controller and mash like that. It's really hard to hold the controller like this. No. No, no. Buckle in, this is the part of the baby game where I get stuck. Oh, the first thing you say, you gotta be like that? Okay. I expect that behavior from everybody else in the chat, but now you two, everybody, always turning on me. I thought you were different. Alright. We got this. This is the one. I thought there were only 3 guards. Okay, this is the one, this is the one, this is the one, this is the one. Did it. That's not... Am I just going down now? Is that the shop guy? Yeah. Let's see if we can afford any. 30, 40, 15. Almost have enough for samurai. Okay. Cool, now there's multiples. Even these guys have shields now too? Okay. Not so tough. Okay. We're doing good. No! Hey, Karen. Oh, look, it's you again, the cheapskate who doesn't know how to tip the ferryman. No one has prepaid for your travels this time, Jack. I trust you brought your coin purse this time? Certainly, I can pay you a 5-finger fee to the face, or you can just take me through. Stingy Jack indeed. Very well. I will take you across this time, but starting a tab, Jack. I don't want to do this again. I'm ready. Like, why does he insist on rolling the boat? Back to full health, so that's at least. Okay, we're doing all right. Oh. That dealt so little damage, it didn't actually do anything. I think this is where I need to go. Boat? Okay. Oh. I need a different weapon. This is your last free ride, cheapskate. Next time you pay in full. Oh, I can heal from this. Alright. We going. Okay, maybe I need to switch weapons again. Yeah, I remember you telling me she doesn't like those. Koa doesn't like them either. Dean put one on him, and then like 2 hours later, he runs to me and is just like whining for me to take it off. I'm like, oh, I got you, bud. Is that the way? I don't think that's the way to go. Oh, I didn't go far enough. So, what has everyone been playing? Or what are you intending to play? I need some ideas. Because I don't want to do Atomic Heart on stream. I've been playing through that incredibly slowly. Yeah, I don't think Unpacking or RuneScape are a good fit for me. I would be willing to play another MMO, but probably not RuneScape. Like a more modern one. Studio, you may also enjoy A Little to the Left. A Little to the Left has been reported to be very similar in the organization dopamine situation. You're playing Civ? Which Civ are you playing? Also, did you see that the next one, it got delayed? I can't even imagine what they're doing for the next one, let alone the first words about it is Civ 7's been delayed, and I'm just like, I didn't even hear that 7 was announced. I would love to play a city builder that's just different, like new mechanics. Oh, it is 6 that is that? Oh, you're playing 6 and you didn't know that about 7. I gotcha. Sorry, I read that wrong. Yeah, 7 got delayed. Wow, did you just old soul me? You know, that just means that I'm a wise person who doesn't deal with bullshit. You know, I'm taking that as a compliment rather than the way you meant it. Wow. Such an old soul. I thought I could make that jump. I get it, game. I died 18 times. I just didn't know if I could have made it across that jump without trying. Nah, you know it's 'cause I always answer. That's all it is. You're like, well, I got no one else that's gonna pick up, so... Let me just call him. I eventually get back to you. I think it still counts. What's that tinkle sound I keep hearing over here? Is that just the lamp? Man, I don't even know what new MMOs there are. It's Tinkerbell. Oh, let's not bring her up. I don't know if you saw that, but Tinkerbell and April O'Neil are the new hot button character redesigns. The internet, man. I know that I share my opinions on things while I'm streaming, but fuck, man, I'm getting so tired of these opinions. I think that the latest April O'Neil one may be worse than the Little Mermaid one. Alright, I can't reach him. Nope. I get it. 19. Hey, I didn't know that command existed. Y'all out here always making new commands for the stream. Can I make this jump? You made like 20? Did you make the death counter yet? Because after I beat this game, you're losing it. This game's not gonna be able to keep track for you. Isn't this where I started? Oh, another minecart. Ho ho! I do love a good war. Excuse me. What's going on around here, bird? This place is hell on earth. What do you think, Jack? This is Devil's Curse at work. monsters hunting down all the humans. Yeah, and me. These idiot monsters still can't tell me from a human. I'm afraid that's not my problem. Kill as many as you want. They're all a dime a dozen. Or a dime 100. I don't know why I said dozen. Just hop back to it, Jack. We're gonna make it through this place and catch that insufferable wizard. One sec. Is Marceline watching? Whoops. Just shooting off screen, hoping I hit him. You gotta wake her up for this. It's important. Go wake her up. Let her know it's important. Oh wait, was there something up there? Is that a secret? Oh, nope. Can't interact with that. Is there gonna be a giant rat enemy? Nope. I don't know why I got stuck on that box. Okay, where are we going? I'm not up there. I watched it this morning. I had to work during it, but then ended up watching it. I got up at like 10 o'clock today. I slept in way too late. And then that was the first thing I did while I made breakfast and did some chores. Mostly did chores and stuff during the Jericho match. I didn't watch the pre-show, though. I'm kind of curious how some of those matches ended up. Did you watch it? That was the season finale, essentially. I am pretty surprised with all of the winners. Like everyone who was WWE basically lost, like former WWE. I can't help but think that that was due to a criticism of people being like, the WWE guys were running everything. Okay, I get it. I gotta do this part again. Strap in, everybody. Oh, wait. I know. Where is it? Where is it? 1 second. A poll. Will 99 or how many attempts for minecart? Let's do 2, 4, 6, 10, and he can't do it. Yeah, 5 minutes. Alright, I put a new poll up. Feel free to vote. He can't do it. I knew that you would want a response like that, so I was like, what's chat? What would make chat happy? He can't do it. That was for you. Like, I know my audience. Oh, is he gonna do it first try? Damn it, that guy got in front. And I wasted a bird. I'm tired of mashing. No, bird, you went to the wrong guy. Why he zoom? Oh, well. All votes were wrong. I did it first try. I didn't even put an option down because, to be honest, I didn't even think that was gonna be an option. Let me go ahead and end the poll. Who won? Who won? 10 tries? 10 tries won. That's alright. That's alright. Look, I'm just as shocked as all of you I did it first try. You voted 6 because you kinda believed. You know what? I appreciate that. And I know Studio voted he can't do it, so... What up, realness? You spent... I mean... We can... You voted 6? Who voted he can't do it? Was it you, realness? That kinda hurts. We can do more polls and gambling if you guys want. You didn't vote? Anyone who's a mod can do a poll or gambling. Oh, Ace voted it. Ace. Shame on you. Oh, also, I want to encourage more clips. So if you guys see some fun moments, some funny moments, just plain suffering, whatever you feel like, go ahead and clip it because I'm gonna start saving the clips to the archive channel also. Hopefully that will be done before tomorrow's stream. I don't care what Hangman is saying. Okay, that wasn't how I fight him. Men to arms. Do I knock those over on him? Okay. Oh, I thought that maybe he knocked it over. Oh, I see. How do I climb up there, though? Oh, I just have to keep him spinning near it. Thanks for the lurk, Jules. Hold on. Whoops. I don't have an air dodge. Like, what am I supposed to do there? Oh, the cracks hurt too. The cracks hurt too. Okay, these guys are back. I'm about dead. 20 deaths. See, that one wasn't fair, because I didn't realize the cracks hurt, and I took too much damage from that. I thought that those were just aesthetic. Did you figure the reason out, Realness? Is it just like really big guns? Do they have any commercial locations like that in that area? Like, I'd be surprised if they had businesses in that type of area. Alright. Come on. We're doing good. We're doing real good. Oh, almost rolled into the crack again. Okay. Oh, cool, a building. That's not gonna make the platforming harder. Heart healthy taco place. Are there unhealthy tacos? Okay, I'll rephrase that. Are there unhealthy real tacos? I'm not talking like Taco Bell. I meant like, you know, actual meat. Flavored vegetables. Tacos aren't unhealthy. The only way, well, it's red meat, so like that would be questionable for quote-unquote heart health. But the only thing I can think of that would make it heart healthy would be chicken. If they don't sell pork, what are they even doing? See, you get it. Like, I'm... Can you at least check the menu? Like, is it like chicken and fish tacos and no beef?
The tides are finally starting to turn for Jack and his team. Finally, they're catching up to the cold-hearted wizard. Much to his unrelenting anger. Discovering a human city fighting to keep the devil's monsters at bay, Jack barges inside as a conquering hero to the darkness. Even with the soldiers doing everything they could to stop Jack from getting inside the city, Jack broke through their defenses and laid siege to the castle town. But as he broke into the city, so did the mindless monsters outside. Now caught in the middle of war for the heart of the city, Jack was forced to slay the mighty door and crush the humans' resistance at the same time. But his efforts have surely paved the way to victory, as the gates have been opened to a massive cemetery beyond the city. Amongst the tombstones and coffins, Jack is sure to find the key to tracking down the conniving wizard.
A vegetarian taco? That's just a salad. What's over here? Hey, look at these guys. I don't think those are the notes they're playing. I love a skeleton band. I didn't realize this was here. I just checked behind me. Can I get an all lettuce taco? Yeah, that doesn't sound right. Wow. That's a good one, Ace. What do you got to say? Oh, hello there. Why, you look like you fit right in around here. I've spent way too long in graveyards, Gremlin. Not this cemetery, I mean the other cemetery. What are you talking about? Just past this gate lies the inner cemetery where all manner of monsters cavort. For your first one, Studio, I'd say an Atari size. Gargoyles, ghosts, skeletons, even a wizard. The wizard? He's here? Let me through, you little. Happy to help, ho-ho, but not just anyone can enter. To prove yourself a suitable guest, you must pass my test, ho-ho. Whatever, what's the test? To open the gate, I need the power of 3 grimoires. Each one is stored in a crypt right around here. 1 over here, and 2 over there. Get all 3 grimoires, and I'll let you through. Those are the people and your meaningless sidesteps. We're about to unlock Scholar. We gotta get the light grimoire and the dark grimoire. Oh, I thought I knocked that down. I didn't realize that was a timer situation. But yeah, Studio, I would say just make a bunch of vertical slices, get your feet wet, and then see what you figure out from there. Like, no real commitment at first. 2 more. I want to cut the grass with the scythe, but I can't. I don't think think I need to fight these fools. I'm just gonna go get the grimoires. Doing that frame lag again. Oh, there's another bird skull. At least this section isn't too drawn out. It just leads me to believe there's going to be another minecart situation. That's all of them. Stand back. By these powers combined, I command the gate to open. Okay. It wasn't even fancy. It was just, okay, the doors are open. 3 books, door. Alright, that guy kicked my butt, but I wanted to see. Yep. I thought I saw the little red light there. How do I... Can I grab that? Is that where I go? Oh, I didn't realize this was hollow. I'm taking a lot of damage for no reason. I don't mean to. I really don't. There's another skull. I think I might have enough for the samurai outfit. I almost fell. Is there a secret down there? No. Hey, a big head gargoyle. Is he gonna do something? Was I not supposed to do that? Okay, so that's where I came from. Is it up here? Yep. For whatever reason, at first I didn't think that that was going to be the path. Because I was like, there's no way it'd be just that little slender area. Okay. Yeah, this feels more like an optional path than a main path. Oh! I didn't realize there were so many. I think I like the gun the most. The cone damage in front is just, excuse me, very, very nice. You haven't thought of an idea yet? Try a one-screen platformer. Since your end goal is a platformer, right? So try to do just a one screen. Yeah, I probably need the sight for this. Yeah, there's gonna be more minecarts. I've just come to accept it. This is the second to last stage that I'm aware of. So there's gonna be more. I don't think Dig Dug would be too much. Try Pitfall. See if you can make Pitfall. Oh! Oh no! What is this? Shmagegi! Why did you bring this upon me? An auto-run Flappy Bird. This is worse than a normal minecart. Auto-run Flappy Bird? I love the music though. Video games don't use enough xylophone. Studio, can you add a xylophone section to one of your songs in your game? Auto-run Flappy Bird. Wait, why no? Yep, probably a circular battle stage boss fight. Not next. I have to do the Flappy Bird auto runner one more time. And then it'll be a circular boss fight with three hits. Whimsical music? I don't know about that. I just want xylophone. Ho ho, Jack. Hello again. So nice to see you. You again, Grief. How did you get here before we did? Gravekeeper secrets. Of course. A tier 3 Kickstarter goal? You're gonna get me on that Rob You Blind tier? No matter, let me through. I think you know by now, it isn't that easy. Let me guess, another test? Nope, just a favor. Get a recorder in there? Yeah, see, Ace gets it. A recorder, a xylophone, a theremin. That's even more annoying. I need you to clear away all of these old headstones. What? Why? Just a little gravekeeper. Or I'm just a little gravekeeper, and I've got no more room for new graves. Okay, I'll go break them. Boom, broken. Yeah. See, Studio, we're building your game through census of what we want, and that's it. Like, we gotta get all these instruments. It doesn't matter how poorly they work together, like, they need to be in the game. You'll get all kinds of awards for greatest soundtrack in indie game. I can't believe I have all of these graves I gotta get. Alright, what's this one now? There you go, you got your musician right there, studio. Hey, studio, here is a great example of a Kickstarter. I don't know the solution to this. I thought this was a matching game, but this is the only Albus I've seen. Okay, what relevance does... I should have read what was going on. Wait. Yoda and Luke. William. Elizabeth McCoffin. Alright, we're just gonna do the systematic. I don't understand this one. I missed what the bird said and there's no way to replay it. Studio, that's another thing. You need to be foolproof. Give an option to replay what recently happened in case the streamer was reading chat and talking about instruments rather than the pop-up about what your puzzle does. Or if they don't understand the pop culture references. Match last names? I didn't see another Smith and... Oh, there's a Smith. Okay, Wilson. There's a Wilson. Oh, Ace, I'll have to send you the video. I sent it to Studio. It was a video called What If Video Game Kickstarters Were Honest? And let me tell you, it's some funny stuff. His acronym for his business is SCAM. His tiers are named things like Rob You Blind, and their goal is to never release the game, but keep releasing the same screenshots in creative new ways. The screenshot one was a little too real for me. He's not. No, that's why it was entertaining. He straight up calls certain people out without without calling them out specifically. And I was telling Studio about some good ones that I've contributed to. Yeah, his character didn't have like running animation or anything. One of the stretch goals was to jump. Ow, ow, fire. No, I gotta break Rip Jack, I think. But I set it on fire. Can I get it from this side? Oh, I can't. Thanks for sending that, Studio. Yeah, I like that dude's videos. Studio, did you watch the What I Learned Game Making in a Year? Did you watch that one yet? My favorite part of it is still... I learned nothing and went back to watching YouTube videos. I was like, this is way too real. For a 2D platform? Okay, what kind of 2D platformer? Is it a combat platformer? Is it a Mario-style platformer? That's gonna change how you have to create the character. I started in 8 engines and didn't finish. Yeah. That was a very good one. As someone who has played with like 3 of the ones he did, he nailed a lot of them. Okay, chat. Are there any more that I need? I think I left the cemetery. Where's the guy? Guy? Dead ahead, one more time. Oh. That caught me off guard. I wasn't prepared for this. I was talking about a cool YouTube video. There's a bucket over here, right? And by bucket, I mean cauldron. I missed the one in the minecart? I didn't reach the next minecart section yet. No! Jack's fallen 21 times, huh? Did I ever mention that my favorite part of this game is it tells me every time I mess up? Yeah, it doesn't make me feel bad about myself or anything. It's cool. Failure's just a part of the learning process. I love knowing that I failed 21 times before getting to this point. That was 21 opportunities to grow. Oh, okay, almost fell off backwards. Yeah, full-on shakedown is such a good tier. This Kickstarter was supported with $250 from my mom. He's so lucky his mom got in on the scam. I question if she even did it. Do we have any proof that his mom went in on this? Oh, I thought I beat him. I'm dumb. I just let him get a chance to get another swing or two in. Yes, Studio, they do. Ace, do you remember the name of the, like, 12-year Kickstarter that's been going? I don't remember the name of that game. Does anyone in chat remember the... It's now a 12-year-old Kickstarter for a game that just still isn't out? Star Citizen's up there. Yeah, Star Citizen's one, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. Let's listen to the sweet music for just 1 second while I look this up. Longest video game Kickstarter. No, hold on just a second. I might have to go to Kickstarter itself. Oh, it's called, Super Dungeon. It's now a 13-year-old Kickstarter. It's even in the advertisements for it point out that it's the longest running Kickstarter game and that they will eventually finish. For whatever reason, I don't think that game's ever gonna be done. But yeah, Star Citizen was up there too, but that's at least coming out. I say in a non-invested way. Yeah, the Kickstarters, the backers can now play. Pre-order people can now play. They just reset the servers and started inviting streamers as like a part of like a partnership program. You get a frigate level spaceship or something like that. I only know because I got the sales pitch and I was like, nah, bro. Nah. I'm holding out for that Genshin Impact one. I'm telling you guys, the second Genshin Impact comes across my email again, I'm taking it. I'm doing it. I'm holding out for Genshin. I've never played it before. I just want that to be the sponsorship. Oh yeah, Burning Suns, I forgot about that one. I got 24. I can save up for skeleton or buy samurai. I'm gonna save up for skeleton. Skeleton sounds cooler. As a half skeleton myself, I want the skeleton outfit to beat the game with. Oh yeah, and that's not even counting the ones that like ended and then they just put up again. There's an album. I don't remember the name of the band, but there's a band that put an album up. And it's basically been in funding since Kickstarter's inception. I just don't remember the name of it. It's the longest running Kickstarter there is. And it still hasn't been funded. Kickstarter's a mess, but really good things do come out of it sometimes. Wait. We've still got 6 statues. Oh, I'm supposed to destroy them. Okay, Assassin's Creed into the hay. Got it. But yeah, the Kickstarter stuff came up with, studios' interest in, like, learning how games are funded and made and stuff like that. And I shared with her, like, a lot of the indie developers that I've worked with in the last few years. Many of their games that I've streamed, most of them just do Patreon. Because they feel less guilty about, like, feature creep and stuff. So what they'll do is, a lot of times is be like, okay, we're fundraising $2,000 to pay this artist for these assets, and then once they get that money, they just close the Patreon goal and then make pay the person that they're raising money for. Welcome, Jack, to my cathedral. Who the heck are you? I'm the Architect of Hell. My master tasked me with waiting for your arrival here. Right, and I suppose this is all just you passing time? This cathedral was in ruins when I arrived. I consider it my duty to preserve its majesty. Everyone needs a hobby, or I guess all your bodies? As the Architect of Hell, I am responsible for construction and maintenance of systems. The ability to duplicate myself makes it far easier to fulfill my duties. Must be nice. Well, here I am. Now what, Architect? What is the conniving wizard? He came here some days ago. We bid each other good passing, and he left through a portal. I have devised a way to open up a similar portal that will place you right behind the wizard. Perfect, at last, someone helpful, so what are we waiting for? First you must... Oh, dang, spoke too soon. The portal requires energy, Jack. The wizard can use his magic, but we have to improvise. Around this cemetery lies statues that contain the powers of 7 deadly sins. Break them all to release the power of the sin, and I can open the portal. Well, breaking statues sounds fun. Show me the way. I just need you to open up the gates. Is that, like... What platform do they do that on, Ace? Wait, is she doing that on, like, her own site, YouTube, Twitch? Okay, the gates are open now. I just had to talk to that guy. What? That was fake? Okay, can't pick that up. We gotta do this, but avoid the skulls. Nothing more fun than narrow platforming. Every Tuesday. May I have a link? I'd like to check out what she's about. Oh, can't get through there. I'm glad there's a zip line back. Shmagigi, would that be minecarts? So I wasn't... KCP? Oh, is that who you were talking about? Is that the same one? Oh, Jack. Oh no. Forget it, you toad. I'm not doing any more tests or favors, anything else. It's been far too long, Trip running around doing cheap open sesame tricks. Well, no more. I'm putting my foot down right now. Well, if that's how you feel, I guess I won't help you get across the cemetery. Oh, cheer up, Jack. I'm only teasing, of course. I'll help you. You wanted to know how I get around the cemetery, right? Yes, your gravekeeper secret. Well, here's a little demonstration. No! Shmagegi, look at what you did! Every time! I'm gonna play Flappy Bird to public domain, crap, I can't remember the name of the song. Don't tell me I used to know this. Is it canon? Oh man, where's Trig when I need him? I don't remember the name of this song. It is a public domain song, though. Oh, I was looking at chat. It's okay, we made it through. Did I die right at the end? The game couldn't calculate my death. I would love to see what kind of game music that Mikey Ruckus would make. He does such diverse music that I would love to see what he would do. It's okay, the body isn't him. Jack's just the pumpkin on the top. Anything can happen to the body. It's not even his body anymore. See, back to full. He just has to break things. Oh, here's an example of him without the body. This time I'll pay attention to what I have to do. Eric Cartman? Wait. Kenny Wayne? Is this matching last names again? There's a Wayne. There's Stark. There was another Stark over here. Was it you? Nope, that was Snow. I had the wrong... Game of Thrones. Feige was down here. Cartman was... Nope. Nope. I didn't go far enough down. Here's Cartman. See, now a good Kickstarter would have put Kickstarter backers' names on these when you hit them. Nope. Nope, that wasn't it. Here's Archer. The Show? I don't know the Show. I think Smith was down here, right? Nope. Wait. Was this one the white? Nope, that was Baggins. Stark. Smith. Oh, the white was... I'm losing track of them now that they're spreading out. It's a spy comedy. That was the white. Baggins was in the top corner, right? Nope. Krieger. I'm losing them because the screen. Alright, bottom left is the white. I just have to find the white again. There we go. Alright, are there any others back this way? Yes. Krieger. Nope. Krieger is the furthest one. Alright, that's the one. Oh, I didn't furthest one it enough. Wait, that one was Smith. Stark. Baggins. Baggins. And Baggins. Nope, that's Smith. Baggins. And Baggins. Stark, Smith, Krieger. Where is he at? Where? Smith. I know, right? Well, I'm only getting confused because I have to keep walking on the screen. Like, if I could see them all, I'd feel a little more confident. Okay, these are the last ones. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Completely wrecked that cemetery. Get out of here, Sloth. That was too much work for Sloth. Okay, there's another puzzle or something over here. But give a crow skull. I'm gonna guess this one's greed. Wait, there's something over there. I wanna see. Game's just trying to shame me now. Oh, it's a gramophone. Let's see what Fortnite dance the skeleton does. Straight up just a Fortnite dance. I hope they had fun modeling that. Okay. Ooh, almost fell off. I want to get whatever's over here. Oh, it was just one skull? Okay. I had to pay 4, but I got 1, so that's fair. Can I have... Okay, they didn't even give me my skulls back. Couldn't even pick them up. Did you see the remake in like 2017, 2018? Somewhere around there. There was a newer Medieval. I think I have it. It is not like what I remembered it. For whatever reason, my mind did not remember Medieval or Abe's Odyssey in the same way that they actually are. Like, I remember Abe's Odyssey having more platforming and less puzzles. And I remembered Medieval, I remembered it being more action-packed. Less shielding. Yeah, they do feel like flashbacks a lot of times. Wait, what? If I'd have known I was doing a boss fight, I would have saved it. Okay, I was supposed to stop! Oh, I thought that I had to wait for the wind-up to end. I did that all wrong. Hurting it? Let me go back to my gun. Let me hurt you! Oh, do I hurt the pillars? I make him run into the pillars. That was so obvious. Why didn't anyone point that out to me? Oops. Oh. Yep. Hey, in his defense, in the developer's defense, he did do this alone. And I believe this was his first game, so... I'm getting my butt handed to me. I could use some healing. I don't even think this is the boss of this area. Oops. Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, get out of here, gluttony. Let me use the sword again. And now the portal? Portal and then real boss fight? I commend you, Jack. Well done. The 7 deadly sins have been released from their containment. Wait, that's what you mean? I thought the statues were just enchanted or something. The statues were merely plugs, sealing the sins away from... or sealing them away where they couldn't influence humanity. But now, you have set them free. I am power loose, I can open a portal to the north. Well, at least we help the world fall to ruin a little faster. Open the portal, Architect. I've got a wizard to kill. Very well, Jack, but be warned, the wizard is clever and powerful. And he's Vygar. To that end, I offer you this. I grant you, Carrion Companion, a touch of gift of self-duplication. Once you cross through the portal, your companion will be able to create copies of himself at will. So I have to deal with more of these little pests? Wow, thanks. Okay, I get it. Like, let's... ready to go. Final stage.
The final leg of the journey has begun. Inside the expansive cemetery, Jack delves deep into a demonic neighborhood that lies within, filled with monsters, gargoyles, and the spirit of the dead. Jack meets with the Architect, an agent of the devil sent to deliver Jack to the wizard's destination with the power of the 7 deadly sins, long since plugged by humanity's virtuous knights. Destroying 6 of the idols restricting the power of the sins, Jack slays the embodiment of gluttony itself to unseal the power of the sins, the greatest force of evil known throughout history. Using his great magic and the sin's power, the Architect constructed a portal to the far, far north, where the wizard now attempts to unlock the secrets of the amulet to usurp the devil's power. Time is certainly running out for Jack and his companions. If they cannot traverse the harsh and bitter north, the wizard's final defenses against the darkness, then he will fail in his mission.
I'm not trying to skip my way through the baby game. I'm trying to skip my way through the exposition. Because it's a baby game, Ace. I like that move. Alright, I'll be right back. I need lights and ice. Alright, I'm back. Let's beat this game. Maybe. This might be Nightmare Before Christmas. Hi, Al. Well, Jack, isn't this a sight? Are you alright? You look half frozen. It's freezing out here, bird. When that stupid architect said we were going north, I didn't think he meant all the way north. Oh, I suppose the wizard wants some privacy. Brr, how are you not an owlsicle? I'm exuberant, felicious? I don't know that word. I'm pumped, Jack. That is it. Even further north of here, the wizard is channeling the power of the amulet. This is your last chance to take that runt down, Jack. If I don't freeze solid and shatter first, think warm thoughts. Perfect exposition there. Oh, I thought when they said they powered up my bird that he actually like powered up the bird and not just this weapon. I was like, oh cool, I'll be able to shoot more than one bird. This is basically the Knuckles weapon. Like the fist weapon. So if that's the right way to go, that means this is the wrong way? I think I still like the gun the most. Gun and spear. You're starting homework, but you're still here? Okay, thank you. What do you have to do for your homework? You have maths class tonight? You have to do everything? A 7,000 word essay? I don't know what school is. A 5-week project? Well, I mean, if that's how you want to be, I believe in you. You can cram it. See, that's Studio. You're proving why I support you with game development. Because you put yourself in crunch, and that is tolerating crunch is a skill that game developers need, and you put yourself in that situation, so you'll be a great game designer. I'm not feeling the lack of soundtrack for this area. Using my magic bridge, lack of brains and lack of manners must go hand in hand. How do I... Oh, I thought it was a zip line. I didn't realize that it was like creating the bridge in the distance. I was trying to use it like the other zip lines that the game has presented me with. Is this solid? Okay. Glad that was solid. Yeah, bird. Same thing. I think just like the bird. What do you mean hold your horses? Why are the other pumpkins fighting me? Okay, back to the gun. Oh, does the gun not do full damage on them? Okay, pro energy it is, I guess. Oh, what's this? We definitely have enough for the skeleton outfit if we can find the clothing guy. Okay. Yeah, that spin is definitely the, the way to use this power. I don't know why I struggled so hard thinking of the way to say that. Look, English is rough. Let me go across that bridge first. No, there's something over there. Oh, don't. Okay. And I set everything on fire again. I really don't mean to keep setting things on fire. No, I want to go down there. I'm glad I came this path first. It just looked like I needed to go that way. Since there were enemies there and there were no enemies on this path. So that's a credit to their design to not lead me astray. Vigar's being a jerk again. I'm pretty sure Vigar's a bad guy just like me. I don't think that he's a human wizard. Now what? Minecarts. Shmagegi, what are you gonna do when the next game I play doesn't have minecarts? Oh wait, these move? Holy... okay. Definitely gun. You're gonna quit the stream, no! You know a game that has lots of minecarts? Minecraft. I still haven't decided on my next game. Since we're so close to the end of this one, let's discuss the next game. Like, what are you guys feeling like hanging out with? Because I'm open for anything. I thought that their main resource was potions. Like, look at those. I have CRPGs installed. I don't want to do a JRPG in case I do end up streaming Atelier. I got a pro wrestling game installed. I got a fighting game. Lots of FMVs. Lots of platformers. I don't have Def Jam installed, but I do have a wrestling game installed. I'm up for anything except for JRPG in case I do Atelier. And less specific. That wasn't an advertisement. This is brainstorming. During a brainstorming session, you can throw anything out. And then I can deny anything. You want Sonic? You want Sonic after I did Freedom Planet? Yes, anything. Anything is free for the brainstorming. I'm just questioning if you really want that. The wrestling game that I have installed is, it's not a traditional wrestling game. I mean, if the census is you guys want to see me play Final Fantasy 15 and drive a car for like 60 hours, I'll do it. I won't be happy, you won't be happy, but you'll get what you want. It's as simple as that. Neither of us will be happy. Hey, Vigar got the Christmas skin. Who goes there? Oh no, Santa Claus? The very same. That means you must be Jack, and you've been very naughty. I can get a lot naughtier. Let me through, fat man. Ho ho, I don't think so. I've got my list, Jack, and you're right at the top. I'm warning you, let me through. And let you doom the world and all the good boys and girls who live in it? Ho ho, never. The wizard has given me just the magic to stop you, Jack. Oh, he has he? Well, Santa, come out and stop me then. Are you kidding? I've got toys to make. I'm far too busy to stop. So you'd rather make your toys than stop me from dooming the whole world? That's capitalism. If I want to come here, I'll just have to go in there. Coming for you, Santa. Yeah, that's definitely Vigar. Even Santa's on the wizard's side. Throw back his explosive presents to blow the workshop sky high. Oh, I have to match the shape. I'm like, what am I supposed to be doing here? Oh, square didn't make it. Oh, I didn't know if that square was gonna go. Oh, I didn't hit the angle right. Am I supposed to turn it green? Stranger of Paradise? I'd say Stranger of Paradise and Final Fantasy 15 are gonna be the same thing. I'll do it. You won't enjoy it, and neither will I, but you know what? I'll do it. We're all just gonna be miserable for a good 70, 80 hours. But if that's what you guys want. And not even the cheeky, oh, he's dying a lot and miserable. More like, wow, is he really comparing the same sword against another sword that's only a few points higher in one stat, but a couple points lower in another? Oh, and he's doing that every 5 minutes? And it takes 10 to 15 minutes to menu through all of it? 2-second wrestling. Yeah, Stranger of Paradise is not a good game. Even the people who like it admit that it's not a good game. Zelda. I do have Minish Cap installed. For the Sonic ones, I have Sonic Colors next. That is the next one on the Sonic list. Minish Cap is the next one on the Zelda list. I think... I don't remember the next one on the Mario list. I do have Tinykin installed. Why are you electrocuting me? If you're not aware, Tinykin is basically Microsoft's version of Pikmin. I could do Wario Land. Oh, I probably shouldn't have killed all those owls, huh? Okay. How do I get over there? Yeah, I have all of the Game Boy Marios on the list except for Super Mario Land 1. Because we already did that one. What else is there? Quantum Break is on the list. Wait, hold on, Dance. Why does this skin rain bones when he dances? What do you mean, why? Isn't it obvious? Because he's a skeleton. I believe this was in Unity. I can double check for you once I beat it, because it shows it on the title screen. How do I get that one lit up? Wait, that one's right. This one's the one that needs to change. But I gotta reach that one. I gotta get that path. Dragon Age 2? I don't know about Dragon Age 2. Anything in the EA launcher will probably be spent more time troubleshooting to get it to work than playing. But, like I said, it's a possibility if that's what you guys want. I don't have my PS1 unpacked at the moment. I have that, though. I can always unpack it when I go to my go on my next vacation. So that one is like that. Wait, how do I get to that one? Okay, now this one. There we go. Got the path made. I could do Shut Up and Jam if everybody wants that too. Do we have a second for any of the games that you didn't recommend? Oh, cool. Another Sandbird stage. I already know you don't like me, I don't need to read your stuff. That's what I get for jumping through his dialogue. 23 deaths. I deserve that, that was karma. Okay. There we go. Huh? Why is he half naked? He's not half naked, he's half skeleton. I'm half skeleton, you got a problem with that? Oh, cool. Yeah, it's another Sandbird. No! Okay. We're good. Stop. 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 Woo! Oh, that's not fair. That wasn't fair. You wouldn't want your feelings hurt? Oh, nice. What'd you order, Realness? Yeah, Studio, it's... People are very harsh with your games. Especially if, like, you made a tiny decision or mistake, or, like, you had to compromise on, like, something in your game. Like, even you don't like it. And people are like, this is the worst thing ever, and then you're just like... Yeah, it is. I couldn't figure out another way of doing it. Stop bullying me. Get out of here. So you can't touch the water at all. One second. Okay. See, I don't know what it is you guys are talking about, because I can't be eating those fruits. Ah, sensitive tummy. Gun is best for freeze. Oh, your work was like, nah, we ain't letting you. They scouted that price. This is basically the same level that I just completed. Okay, I need to take out these snipers. Are there any other snipers? Ow. Okay, do your thing. Good. Oh, nope. Controls. I'll just let him do it again. I'm glad that the cart doesn't explode when he shoots it. We're almost there, guys. Ow! Alright, so we still didn't decide on the next game. Let's do it. Let's do a vote. I didn't shoot them all down. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a poll. I shot down the ones that I know you were trolling me with. Alright. Oops. You know damn well Final Fantasy 15 wasn't a real one. Alright. I put down wrestling games, Sonic Colors, Mario Land. What were some other legit... Oh yeah, Zelda... Minish Cap. We got space for one more. We got wrestling game, Sonic Colors, Mario Land. Oh, sorry, that was Mario Land 2. And Minish Cap. You guys will not want to watch me play Unpacking. There's nothing there. Sonic Adventures is after what is the name of it? Lost. That's Lost World. Yeah. Adventures is after Lost, because I want to do a good game, a bad game, and then a good game and a bad game for Sonic. Because if I just do all of the good ones, I'm never going to play the bad ones. Or if I play all of the bad ones, I'm not going to want to play the good ones. I don't have Luigi's Mansion. You just bragging that you got it. I don't have Freedom Planet 2. If I put Freedom Planet 2 on the vote and it wins and you buy it, I'll do it. Is that a deal? I put the wrestling game, Sonic Colors, Mario Land 2, and Zelda Minish Cap. I have room for one more. Do you want me to put Tinykin or Freedom Planet 2 on there? I only have room for one more. You're limited to how many you can put up. Clear the whole list, and then what? And then add what, Ace? You leaving me hanging. No, wait. Tinykin. Okay. You finished the trailer? The Freedom Planet trailer? Ace is really building suspense here. Oh, you finished the Tinykin trailer. Alright. I'll put down Tinykin. Studio, it's 5 hours for a normal person. For me, it's gonna be like, 20-hour epic. Okay. I'm gonna put the poll starting. Waiting for Ace to reply. No reply. Starting poll. 10 minutes. It's up for 10 minutes. Get your votes in. Vote for the next game. Votes are being done in streams rather than on Discord or Twitter because those people don't show up and you guys do, so you have far more say. Why won't it let you vote? What? I don't understand. Oh. Yeah, and me checking it. I'm like, I don't see what went wrong. You also can't vote? Ace blocked the vote? Wow, Ace. Wow. You didn't even tell me what you wanted. Oh, he didn't? He makes a statement, leaves me hanging, and then blocks the vote. But yeah, please vote for the one you're most interested in. That's the one we're going to be starting here in a little bit after I beat this game. All of those are already pre-installed, so it won't take long. You wish you could. You can. I died. Star Wars: A New Hope. I don't think that was on the vote. Oh, Shmagegi, it's I have it set for 1 vote per person, so that way Studio couldn't be like, here's 1,000 votes for Sonic. What is going on here? I can't tell where the objects are. Is this almost over? I think I do have A New Hope on Super Nintendo. Hey, all I'm saying is Studio and Shmagegi and Realness have so many points that the three of you could sway literally any vote for any whim that you have, if I didn't limit it to one vote. Bruh, I'll be honest, I can't do Super Star Wars. I don't understand the... In A New Hope, I don't understand the sand speeder portions. I just fly around until I win. And I don't think that I can get past like two stages in Empire or Jedi. It's already rigged? Bro, I only have so many spaces. And I put in the ones that have come up multiple times. I don't know how you're saying it's rigged. If it ends up being even, and there's no winner and it's not a tiebreaker vote, then none of you get what you want. You think Jedi's the easiest? I don't know. I definitely felt A New Hope was easiest, but that's probably because that's the one I owned. Well, I eventually owned all three, but, like, that's the one that I had the longest. Those were hard to get at the flea market. So we used to have this place called the Saturday's Market, where, like, everyone would just go and sell stuff. And that's how I got the majority of my Super Nintendo and Sega games. Because they were just dirt cheap. Because, like, the PlayStation and stuff were out. So the prices of those, like, greatly dropped for a while there. Ho ho ho, not so fast, Jack. Santa, didn't I kill you already? Why, yes you did. And now you're on my super naughty list, Jack. Yeah, they were. I regret not buying more of them. I don't know if I'm rating him or not yet. Or rating them or not yet. The Saturday's Market's still... right, but the Saturday's Market's not... I thought... Well, no, the Saturday Market closed. But they're not like they used to be. Like, before online eBay prices, you used to be able to get things real cheap there. How did you survive the workshop? I'm magical, you idiot. I'm still recovering, but I can't stop working on these toys. I've got a quota to fill. Capitalism. I know, right? Okay, let's fight Santa again. I could have sworn that Saturday's Market completely closed. Because that's why Dimension X Comics moved to the Colonial Mall, and now, because that's going to be closing, I'm pretty sure they're moving out of there again. Sorry, I gotta focus. The positioning for these are weird. Nope. Oh. That was generous. I wouldn't have counted that one as going in. They had a comic convention there? Right, isn't it just like a convention center now, though? Yeah, FuncoLand had some real good deals back in the day, too. I used to love that place. My mom would go shopping and I would just go into FuncoLand and just try games. Here it is, Jack. I can feel the wizard's power. Oh, my feathers are getting ruffled. So this is it, huh? The wizard's on the other side of this portal? Oh, at the mall. Yeah, so I don't know if you saw it, Ace. The Colonial Mall, they're closing at the end of the year. They owe, I want to say it was like $4 million in back taxes, and it's gonna be up for an auction at the end of the year. So I wouldn't count on it remaining there for too long. Yes, how kind of him to leave the portal open for us. This could be a trap. Trap or no trap, this is it. This is what you're here to do. You've got a job to do, Jack, so get to work. Kill the wizard and doom the world. Alright, guys. Final push. Is there a save spot? And it looks like the poll is just about to end. Wait, it says it ended. View results. Were none of you able to vote? Because it came up 0 for everything. Hold on, I'm gonna redo it because I don't think that it counted. Hold on. One second. I'm refreshing literally everything to make sure it works this time. Okay. Okay. New poll is up. Let me double check to make sure it's up. Alright, it's up. You got 10 minutes. Let's see if it takes me 10 minutes to beat this boss and get the credits. I was not expecting this. It's still not working? Is it working for anyone else? Studio, is it because you're on mobile? Or PC? I work for realness. Studio, can you try on mobile to see if it works for you? Right, but it could be one of those daily Twitch problems. You know how this bugs up all the time. Hey, I'm fighting him in a giant circle, Ace, just the way you like your boss fights. You're great, Jack, at least, or at long last we meet. Welcome to my humble abode. What is this place? Pocket dimension, my design. Here I can work in peace, and yet you dare intrude. I'm here to smash your creepy little face in. Right to business, I see. Very well, not like it matters. This amulet is a dud. You might as well finish me. Okay, I guess. Kinda takes the fun out of it. Fun, huh? You find the same satisfaction in bloody murder as I do in study. And yet, despite my efforts, the amulet of Final Ember is still lost on me. The last line on the tablet, I wiped it clear. Just in case you ever got the amulet. Ace, I had no idea you wanted me to play Final Fantasy 15 so bad. I suppose your spirit is pure, huh? No attachment to a real body, all loose and free in that stupid pumpkin. What are you gonna do? Pull my spirit out and use your magic tricks? It's a good plan as any. Now stay still, Jack. This is gonna hurt a lot. May this be the end of your infernal existence. Ace, are you just trying to make me miserable with your picks? Everyone else is like, I want him to suffer in the game because he's struggling with it. You're like, I want him to just suffer. I don't want anyone to have a good time. If I were to play Ark, it would be on super baby mode. It would be on easy with the fastest generation there can possibly be. No! Okay, close. This is kind of hard to see. Like, the contrast is a little bright. A little bright over here. Well, I guess I'm just getting hit. Thanks, game. Now's my chance for what? I can't hurt him. It was a good time. I hated that game. Wow, Ace. Ace extra salty today about these picks. Struggling to see when those big walls go through. Okay. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Crap. I'm just about dead, and I don't know how to heal on this map. Yeah, I had a feeling that was gonna happen. Looks like just a couple minutes left in the poll. If you haven't voted, please do so if you have any stakes in wanting to play any of them. If there's a tie, we'll do a rapid fire, just a couple minute tiebreaker vote. Faster. Is that even hurting him? Like, I know it's changing the phase, but I really do question if it deals damage. Igar, you are really frustrating me. Don't do that. Mario Land 2 and Tinykin are tied. Alright, I'm gonna do a new one. Mario Land 2. Tinykin. This one will be 3 minutes. Now let's do 5. 5 minutes on the vote for the next game right now. Go ahead and vote for the one that you want out of those two options. No. Ah. Stop. this. The last one. I hope. Shit! I missed it. And I have to do that entire phase again without being hit? How do I do the wall? How am I gonna have enough space to make these damn jumps? Can I be perfect with these? It's gonna be another tie. Alright, someone's gotta vote to break the tie. Well, no. One is winning now. One is definitely winning now. Look, I don't know how better to pick the ones for you guys other than a vote. So this is your chance. Mario Land 2 or Tinykin. Both of them are pretty short games. I'll probably finish both of them, like one of them tomorrow. Like between tonight and tomorrow. I mean, if need be, I'll just, if it is a tie again, I will literally just flip it. I'm just trying to be inclusive here. No, when I said that, I meant like within, by the end of tomorrow, whatever between those two will be. I honestly don't know how long it will take me to beat Mario Land or Tinykin. I've never played either of them. But I know both of them are short. So if I can't do it tonight, it'll probably be. I mean, it won't be tonight. It'll definitely be tonight. Damn it. It won't be longer than 2 hours unless I die a lot. Well, you know, who you're talking to here. I always have to add more time to whatever I'm playing because I always die more than what people report on how long games and various other sites. This is like the best platform to get this phase out. Nope, nope. Did I get him? I did it, man. Tie again. Alright, I'll just flip a coin. Who knows? Maybe this will be the game for the next 5 years. Zygarde. Rules of 3. No, impossible. Who do you think you are? I'm the great Jack. And don't you forget it. You cur. What have you done? Curse you, Jack. Curse you and curse this feeble world that you will inherit. And that's the whole point. He's dead, Jack. That little menace is finally dead. For all that power, he was no match for you and me. Yes, all that power. What are you thinking, Jack? Got that look again. Amulet of Fire, final emblem, and the pure human spirit. My spirit. Is Jack the new devil? If you're not working? Well, depending on how much is going on here, I'm still planning on streaming for another half hour to an hour. Yes, I can feel the power, my power. The devil can wait. It's time I had a little fun. Yes, yes. Now this is power. I'm like a king. I'm like a god. I am Jack. He just electrocuted the whole world. Jack cast Ultima.
Victory at last! Victory for the underworld! Victory for the devil! And victory for the great Jack and his friends. Even with the likes of monsters, humans, and Santa Claus himself standing between him and the wizard, Jack and his companions cut through their defenses and make their way to the heart of the north. The cold and bitter air does little to deter Jack from fulfilling his mission, as he finally reaches the final portal, where on the other side, the wizard has been trying and failing to unlock the amulet's power. Only releasing that Jack's pure human spirit is the final key to wielding the power of the amulet. The wizard confronts Jack in the flesh at last. As the legend predicted, the champion and the pariah join in their final battle of good versus evil. And evil triumphs. It's a long and arduous battle, and the wizard is powerful and cunning. Faced against Jack's greatness, cunning, and strength, the wizard falls at last. With his dying breath, he curses Jack and the world he inherits. Just in time for Jack to steal the amulet and take its power for himself, empowering the humble soul inside a pumpkin like a god. Returning to the devil's good graces after so many centuries, Jack is free to roam the monster-infested earth, and powerful enough to destroy it. All just another day in the life of the great Jack.
No, I think that was just the end of the game, studio. Evil wins. Oh, the first Jack design. Oh, I like this. 2016. Spooky scene. New Jack in 2017. Working on the graphics. Oh, I like this. This is so cool. Awesome QTE. First boss was the tree. Several new Jacks. Jack has gone through quite a few. Indy Leon. That's him. That's the developer. Roller coaster. No, thank you. Oh, Armored Jack. I didn't get that skin. 2019. September 2019 was the kart race. No, thank you. Why'd I have to be in my birthday? The Barn Run was in 2020. That was a good addition. I really like the Barn Run. The 18 to 25 forums who supported this game in early stages. There you go, studio. You have to join 18 to 25 forums. I really did enjoy this game. It was very simple. It was definitely a kid's style game. I don't have enough points for Samurai or Buzzard. Man, I wanted Armored Jack. But I did enjoy it. Like, fun, simple games are good. No, I don't think that's what he did, Ace. I'm pretty sure that was an iterative process. This isn't the fifth Pumpkin Jack game. This is. I love that idea though. Okay. We ended up on a tie again, so I am going to roll. I'm gonna run the credits. Rolling the stream credits while I flip the coin, and by flip a coin I mean use a digital coin. Nope. This? Nope. Alright. That's it. What was number 2? Crap, can I see the poll? View results. Number 2 was Tinykin. Yeah, I used the wheel app. I would have done it on camera, but I don't have a camera. So, Tinykin has won. If you're watching the VOD or the YouTube archive, I am going to end the stream here. If you're in attendance, I'm going to end it, but I'm going to immediately start again playing Tinykin. If you're following on the archive channel and you're watching there, the next game will be Tinykin. Just want to thank everyone for joining me. I do have to end the stream itself for export reasons and to keep the VOD separate and all of that. So just give me one moment and we will be starting again in just a moment.